All right, this is January the 22nd, 2024, and we've started taking this Suzuki PE250 down and getting all the peripheral stuff off. Got our box number 1 going on here. I'm just taking the front fender off, and so this is a video where the wire to the rear tail light, how it goes. So it comes up and over the muffler here, and ties in the harness up in here. But so that's how that runs right there, up and over, and it's safety tied to the frame right there. So the kill switch wraps and goes right here. It mounts to this section right here, and then the switch for the headlight, the on and off switch, mounts right here, and all of that wraps around. We've already taken, here's the cable for the tripometer. That comes up through here, through this bracket, down through this guide right here, down to the wheel, and then this is the on-off switch that mounted right there. So taking all that loose, then we're going to figure out what attaches where on the wire and harness to get that off. All right, this positive wire coming off of the kill switch comes up around here.
Hey, you want to take a video of this real quick?
Yeah, let me finish this real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
And then comes around here, goes through, and comes out under here. And it's on the wire and harness here. It's this black wire that plugs into right there. So that comes out here and pulls through here. So I'm just trying to minimize how much stuff we have to cut.
This
Connor's taking got the line up.
Yeah.
There you go.
This goes in, and it should be mirrored.
Over there.
On this side. Yeah.
Then we got the power to the lights and things that come through here, and this is going through here. Trying to minimize how much stuff has to be cut, but this wire coming, main wire coming from the light here, comes through here, and then it's actually this yellow to yellow here should pull apart. Hey, Bubba, see if you can pull this out of here.
Not without ripping it.
It's got to come loose. It should pull out. Okay. Anyway, so then this pulls. This goes to the. Gotta take that off right there. This goes back to the rear light, and so it comes through here, hooks into this same wiring here, And then there's a nut that will come off right here, and all of that should come loose. This goes into the engine, ignition, into the starter. This runs into the starter here. So I think all of this will unplug right here. So this wire going down to the starter should all plug back in. This to this, the orange to orange here, and there actually was nothing on this orange right here, except I think this may be previous video, but I think this is where the wire to the light goes. Yeah. So we just got to get all this off. This goes to the ignition. This comes apart here. Black and white to black and white here. So those go together right there. And then this down to the starter goes to here, which this goes then down to, this is the ignition coil. That's where that goes. So Connor's taking the throttle loose and the housing comes off. There's a stop that goes down in that little groove. All right, there we go.
All right.
All right. So now we've got the wire that goes down to the starter, which hooks into here. Got that loose, and we've got everything loose. This wire goes back to the tail light, and this.
I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I can start that light.
Okay. This goes from the coil to the ignition. And then this wire that comes right through here, it's got this part right here went into this yellow wire coming off the starter wire that goes there into the coil. So that goes there. Light orange to orange there. It's got, you see the stripe. It's a stripe orange to a striped orange go together there. And so that gets that. And then to get all of this loose to the front, there's just one bolt over here. Hey Bug, can you take that bolt out of that side over there? See down on that coil right there? Somewhere right there.
Yeah, I got it. I can't see. Yeah.
And then that will let all this come loose. And we can pull it through here, and that'll free our headlight. Okay, so this wire that goes to this connection goes over here, bolts to the back. There's a spot over here, a bolt that eye connection goes to, and then this is the wire that goes to the starter, and this is the tail that goes back to the tail light. So all of that pulls, all this pulls through this opening here in the frame, and so that does that, and then it just comes up here. All of this comes and it's hooked to the headlight. I'm trying to get where we don't have, trying to leave all this harness together. There we go. So we've got the kill switch, the kill switch, the high and low beam, and headlight. All that stuff's all together, so it should all go back pretty simple. At least we know what we're shooting at. Put that over there in the box. And okay, so I'll take this loose. We'll take the ignition off, and the coil, all of that. So we'll take this loose and finish getting the handlebars off and the cables and all of that goodie. So this front brake cable comes up through here. I'd go ahead and take it off. And so this comes, front brake cable comes down through here, hooks here to this cable, and this connection, it goes down, mounts there, and then the clutch cable runs up through this hook right here, back in here, and comes up the side right here, hooks into the clutch. So that's how that mounts. But it does, it runs from around the side here, from the clutch assembly, clutch arm here, and hooks into this connection right here. Comes to a connection on the engine, goes up, and that's where it comes from here, comes up through this hook, up and over, up to the handlebar. So we'll get the ignition, coil pack, that's all coming off here shortly. Connor just took the muffler off. So we'll be close to getting the forks and the engine out here shortly. And, we'll start taking the shocks, and we'll take the tire off first, the chain, and start taking the pegs and kickstand, stand, and shocks, and all that goodie off. So she's coming down. All right, this is the
pull away from me.
there we go. This is the coil pack. Need to get a new one. It's starting to kind of get jankified here, so need to get another one of those ordered right there. Okay, so the cable with the blue is the clutch cable, and it comes down through this thing here, okay, and comes around, and it's got a connector here, holder, and it comes down, and it's got a deal here, and then it hooks into. Go ahead and just take this arm off, it'd be easier. All right, Connor's taking the brake assembly loose, brake cable, and the bolt goes in with the nut pointing out this way. Not that it necessarily matters, but that's just the way apparently the factory had it put on. And so that all will come loose. It comes up here and hooks into this bracket there, comes up through that holder, this holder up on the handlebars, and loops up over to the brake there. Pretty straightforward.
Oh, that one's completely dry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll have to put it back on and super glue it. Okay. You like?
Yeah.
Give me some teeth. All right, so the brake cable is off. Now we've got the cable to the speedometer. So it goes through this holder there, comes down, and it goes through this holder which mounts up here, and then down there it will come loose. Let me get some light.
Take the actual.
It'll come loose. Unscrew it.
I can't unscrew it.
You probably get a pair of pliers.
Mm-hmm.
Is there not a nut down on the very bottom? Right down in here. Like right down in here, is there not a... No, it all looks round, doesn't it? It feels round.
It's all right.
Huh. Okay. So anyway, that's where that goes. And that will be the cable for that.
Gonna hold the...
Okay, and so the throttle cable, this is actually broke, this holder here, but throttle cable comes, I'll have to get a new one of these, but comes up, literally just runs up beside the frame, up the front here, and this is where this goes over here. So literally just runs down and over to the carburetor. On the left side of the front fork, this little holder goes to this place right here, this bolt, and then this cable holder here comes up and mounts back around about right there on the fork, somewhere up here, I think. Not exactly sure, but I believe up around here, and so that's where that goes. I just took the handlebars off. All right, we're getting her down, pretty stripped down now. We'll start taking the front fork off, and we'll take all the rear end assembly, shocks and all that loose, and we'll take the motor out. So we're getting pretty close. All right, just for reference, so if we can take the front forks off, and the thicker part goes to the inside, so that way you'll know which one's left and which one's right. So on each side, thicker part, and then we'll take this loose, these brackets, this bracket, and the fork should slide right out the bottom. And also on the forks here, this holder and the one down here go on the left fork, as well as that little keeper right there goes on the left fork. I don't think the right fork necessarily has. Well, it had something down here. This is some kind of cable holder, but I don't know what it's for. I guess when we put it back together, we'll figure it out. But these go on the left fork. All right, so kind of just took the top bracket off. That bolt goes down in there, and so we'll be taking all this loose here. This unscrews. Okay, and all those bearings are coming out. We're gonna have to get new bearings anyway, probably. I don't see them. Where'd they go? All right, so we'll have to get all that all cleaned up, and all pretty nasty. Oh, where'd it go? There it went. That's all pretty gummy. Bearing cover there. So we'll just leave that over that to try to keep those bearings in there. Cover here, plate goes over that. All right, we'll just leave that until we get ready to clean everything. But yeah, it's all got to be cleaned up. No, it's just that's just the bearing race in there, but it actually was had quite a bit of grease for an old bike. Somebody may have greased it. Anyway, okay, well, there goes the front end. All the parts here. So we will start on disassembling the back end now. All right, so this is coming off, and so the thick side goes down and thins out here. So this tab points down, and that's what you tap on with a hammer to tension it up the way you want it. And then there's a spacer back in here for the wheel hub that goes between the arm and the hub, so that when that bolt comes out, and that'll need to be loosened up.
Okay, you want to give me that?
So, all right, so taking the rear brake cable loose, and we got the rear brake cable marked with 2 pieces of blue tape. That way there's absolutely no doubt what's what. And it just comes through here. It's got a little holder thing here, and comes down and hooks to the rear brake assembly pedal. So you may have to spray some WD-40 on that wing nut. Okay, so in taking the rear end off the rear cable, hooks here, goes through over to that little deal there, and then
This goes through
that
here.
goes through there with a wing nut on the bolt through it. And then on the right side rear, there's this small spacer here, but on the left side there's more of a it's got more of a flange on this side right here. So this one goes on the left side of the hub, and that smaller one goes on the right side of the hub. So I'm about to take the rear tire off and chain it all, and then we'll take the shocks off. So this right adjuster, it literally just goes on. It's really the only thing between the bolt and the trailing arm here. And I think that was the same issue over here. That one was just between that and the, almost, it acts like a washer between that and the bolt. So coming out. All right, on the kickstand, the big side of the spring hooks into
Yeah, we also
the
have to replace this.
yeah,
One of these.
spring puts into the kickstand, and then it goes into where is it? What tab? Tab back here somewhere. Yeah, right back there. This tab, this little part goes over it like that. So, all right. So there's a kickstand. Okay, so on the rear trailing arm, this piece right here goes on the left side of the bike for the chain side for the chain runner chain guard runner thing. So, and then that's just got the regular bearing race on that side. Okay, good deal. And there's the mechanic extraordinaire. Yeah. So the left foot peg goes here, and Connor's putting goes right here. Connor's putting blue tape around the left peg, so we will know exactly which peg goes where. All right, she's getting stripped down now. Get the peg off, and
Put an L on this.
L, okay. All right, we'll put an L on that one, and engine's about to come out, and then it'll be part cleanup, paint, fix, rebuild the engine, and put her back together. Okay, so the brake pedal is held on by a little keeper there, and then it's got the spring that
this goes into there.
That goes into there.
That goes in.
Okay, slides in.
Right there.
Okay, and then that slides into there.
Goes into that hole.
Oh, that goes into there.
The big part goes here. And
so
then
this,
the other side of the spring sits underneath it.
Okay, so this like that.
Yeah, and then it goes
like that.
And
that goes through there. Okay.
That sits in there. Right
awesome. There. Okay, perfect. All right, good deal. Okay, so we have taken the four engine motor mount bolts, 2 in the back, those 2 there, and 2 over there. This is the put that swing arm back bolt through the swing arm. And I think we're fixing to take this engine out of this thing. All right, engine's out. And that is I think a space recover deal or something for the gas tank, I think, yeah. And engine's out. So I think one of the last things we got to do to take off this frame is take this brush guard off the bottom here, and we'll put the motor mount bolts back in the motor so we don't lose those. Frame's getting light now, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Throwing it all around. Look at there. We've actually been very blessed not to have any major issues with bolts breaking loose. A lot of times on an older bike or older piece of equipment, these old bolts don't want to come loose, but had pretty good luck tonight. Literally taking this bike down to the frame in just a couple hours. Okay. I don't know if there's any other. I think the motor bolts help hold the brush guard on, I think. So, there we go. No, there's two on the front. Oh, there's four. All right, so there's 4 bolts, and that'll come off. So this contraption right here is part of the muffler mount. So you want to take it off. It goes on the left rear side over here.
I thought you wanted to leave it on.
Well, I was just leaving it on there until we could.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna document where it goes. So and it goes down like that. So yeah. So that goes there on that one by this loop. And then this is what did the muffler mounted on this one, didn't it?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah, so that one goes to on the left over here, so you can bust that loose and take that one off. That's what that looks like. They change all up, don't they? It's called a Christmas tree motorcycle, Christmas motorcycle.
Yeah.
Each bolt's a gift. Guessing game. All right, so that's goes there. And then I think we'll just leave that bolt in there. Yeah, you can just put the bolt back in there. I've got to have that off.
Oh, yeah, you we need to run over and get somebody to weld that.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we'll get that welded. Huh. And then, okay, we'll take these gas tank, these little rubber deals that go on there on each side.
As well as the gaskets on them.
And
Gaskets here, huh?
yeah, and then we'll just take those. Do they come off? I think these whole brackets come off. Yeah, just take.
You want to take the whole bracket?
Yeah, just take the whole bracket off. So this, I cannot remember what this is for, but whatever it is, there's something that goes here, and then this goes. So that one is the one that goes on the left front there. And it's the smaller bracket, shorter, smaller bracket. And then this one, on this side that goes this hole here, it's the longer of the two. And then, or that's yeah, you can just leave those off. That's got the nut already on it. So the taller, longer one goes on the left side over here.
So it should sit like that.
Sits like that, yeah. That's right. Cradled in like that.
I guess like that, actually.
Yeah, up, right side up like that, yeah. And then I still just do not remember what this little gizmo here was. But we will figure it out when we start putting it back together. It'll make sense, I'm sure. So, anyway, so that's that. You may want to put some tape around that so it won't lose those washers and stuff. All right, well, I think we've got the frame stripped down. So we'll get that welded and ground smooth, real nice, and then we'll start the process of degreasing and sandblasting and painting the frame and swing arm and all that stuff. Then we'll rebuild the front forks, rebuild the engine, and get the brakes and all cleaned up. I think we're going to put a new sprocket on that rear tire. But the brake pads on the front looked really good, so I think maybe in good shape there. And then we'll dress up the plastics. Be heading in the right direction.